No, that's fine. Just letting you know. We can edit things.
Oh, you can. That's okay. No.
Yeah. Okay. Let us begin by acknowledging that we are gathered today in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral, present, and future territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Today we gather with the intent followed by the Living Peace and Friendship Treaty, with respect, cooperation, and coexistence. We are all treaty people. I call this public hearing to order. We are considering the land use bylaw and municipal planning strategy amendments to rezone portions of PID, I guess is the way you want it, 603-73107, and in the entirety of PID 30373024, known as the Old School Lab, from residential to parks and open spaces. It's July 30th, 2026, 6:30 p.m. We are at Town Hall Chambers. The purpose of tonight's public hearing is to receive verbal and written submissions regarding the land use bylaw and rezoning of the two PIDs I mentioned before. As part of the bylaw adoption process, council is required to have a public hearing to gather feedback from residents. This public hearing was advertised on the Mahone Bay Town website and their social media, and residents were given the opportunity to submit feedback in writing as well. The structure of this public hearing is as follows. The town clerk, who is not here, but we have the deputy CAO, who is both clerking and CAO for the evening, will give the report of the clerk. Then individuals present will be given the opportunity to give feedback to council on the bylaw in question. The purpose of the public hearing is not for discussion or justification, so council will not be responding to questions or engaging with those present during the public hearing. Please allow all those present an opportunity to speak before you speak again. Did you hear that, Barry? Any person present wishing to speak must state your name and civic address for the public record. We ask that those present maintain respect for the bylaw adoption process, council and fellow residents as well. People displaying unacceptable behavior will be asked to leave the public hearing and will not be permitted to return. Thank you all for attending, and we will begin by asking the town clerk to give the hearing report.
Good evening, council. To reiterate what the mayor had said, tonight's public hearing is to rezone property IDs 603-73107 and 603-73024 from residential to parks and open spaces. The motion to initiate this process was made by Councillor Wilson and seconded by Councillor Carver at the request of the Planning Advisory Committee. Public information meeting was held on June 8th, and 8 members of the public were in attendance at that meeting. The Planning Advisory Committee received a staff report reviewing the request on July 7th, 2026, and the committee made positive recommendation to council at this meeting. And at council's July 14th, 2026 meeting, they received the recommendation and the following motion was passed. So a motion by Councillor Wilson, seconded by Councillor Carver, that council give first reading to the municipal planning strategy and land use bylaw amendment to change the zone from residential to parks and open space for the remainder of the PID 603-73107 and the entirety of PID 603-73024. And that motion was carried, and the public hearing was scheduled for July 30th at 6:30 p.m., which is presently. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. And will you also be giving the staff report?
I can step in there.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
We will have our planner give the staff report.
Yeah, and it's fairly brief here and straightforward, as Eric alluded to. Essentially, the amendments to the documents are basically to update the 2 maps. So one of those being the future land use map which is attached to the municipal planning strategy, and the other being the zoning map, which is attached to the land use bylaw. So both of those maps need to be updated, and that's really what constitutes the amendment or change in this case. As we've said, that would just be changing those to parks and open space. In the case of the smaller pit, it's the complete property, and in the case of the larger pit, it's to make the remaining portion match that parks and open space. So that, unless there were any questions, staff have deemed that this met the intent of the planning strategy. And of course, that was reflected in council's motion to bring us here. So unless there's any questions, it's a fairly straightforward amendment before council tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. And as the planner has said, the zoning map was attached, and if you're viewing on television, you can see it there. Let's see, now we'll go to do you continue with an overview, or was that all one piece?
Unless there's any questions, that's basically it.
Okay, so we will now open the floor to public comment. I believe we have one person here to give comments.
Thank you. I'm Varian Haysom, live at 195 Fairmont Street in Mahone Bay. And very simply, I'm here to support the amendment to the municipal planning strategy, the land use bylaw. And I think it's a good move, and I think that it's long overdue. So, thank you.
Thank you. We will wait until 6:45 for more people to come, and if not, we will finish the business of the meeting. So, yeah. You are being on record right now, so just so that you know.
Supposed to be 4 and 6. Yeah. Where was it? That's the colors. Interesting. Son and daughter and brother were the same.
Maybe when you do, if you want to do a Communities in Bloom update.
Can we do an update on Edgewater?
So would you like to do that? Okay.
At least the music side, I think.
Yeah.
Was one road. Yeah. Up and down hill.
Okay.
So I think they're trying to.
No, just in case.
Yeah, that was. Great.
Just like that.
I just.
Okay. Anybody else have a community announcement or council announcement that they want to do? Penny's doing Communities in Bloom. Kevin is doing an announcement about the Edgewater opening on the 4th.
I'm doing one about library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
Library. Oh,
We are back in session. 15 minutes has passed and there are no more presenters. And we will continue to check to see if there's anything else in there until the end of this meeting. See if anyone else did a submission by email. So far, no. So we will. I just want to mention the agenda does say that we had the developer present, and there is no developer for this. So that's just a template that we follow. So sorry to disappoint anyone who was hoping to engage with a developer or see a developer. There is no development even taking place with this change. So anyway, we have finished with our public comment, and this ends our business, and we will adjourn this meeting.